Siren Protocol Explained. Imagine you're settled in for the biggest game of the season. The crowd is roaring, the commentators are dissecting every play with expert precision, and the tension is electric. You're completely absorbed. But what if I told you that layered just beneath that familiar commentary, hidden from your senses, is another conversation happening? A silent, digital conversation between the broadcast and every smart device in your room. This isn't science fiction. This is the Siren Protocol. It's a sophisticated, inaudible acoustic data stream embedded within the very fabric of live sports commentary, and it's designed to be completely invisible to you. To understand how this astonishing technology works, we first need to talk about the limits of our own biology. The average human ear can perceive sounds in a frequency range from about 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz or 20 kHz. This is our acoustic world. The deep rumble of a bass drum sits at the low end, while the high-pitched sizzle of a cymbal pushes the upper limits. But sound doesn't just stop at 20 kHz. Beyond that threshold lies the realm of ultrasound, frequencies too high for us to register. While we can't hear them, many animals, like dogs and bats, can. And crucially, so can the tiny microphones built into our smartphones, our tablets, our smart TVs, and our voice assistants. The Siren Protocol operates in this silent, ultrasonic space, typically between 22 and 24 kHz. It's a dog whistle for your digital devices, carrying a constant stream of information that flies completely under your conscious radar. So, how do you turn silent sound into meaningful data? The principle is surprisingly elegant and borrows from decades of telecommunications technology. It's all about modulation, the process of varying a property of a wave to encode information. Think of it like a sophisticated form of Morse code, but instead of audible beeps, it uses subtle shifts in inaudible sound waves. There are a few primary methods. One is called amplitude shift keying, or ASK. In this method, the volume or amplitude of the ultrasonic wave is varied. A high amplitude wave might represent a digital 1, while a low amplitude wave represents a 0. By stringing these together thousands of times per second, you can transmit binary data, the fundamental language of computers. Another, more robust method is frequency shift keying, or FSK. Instead of changing the volume, FSK slightly alters the pitch or frequency of the signal. For example, a tone at 22.1 kHz could be a 1, while a tone at 22.3 kHz could be a 0. Because the frequency is less likely to be distorted by background noise than the amplitude, this method is incredibly reliable for sending data through the air in a noisy environment like your living room during a game. This stream of ones and zeros can carry anything: a web address, a unique identifier for the specific commercial being aired, a timestamp for a crucial play, or a command for an app on your phone. The process of embedding this data is the next piece of the puzzle. During the final audio mixing of the live broadcast, this ultrasonic data stream is layered onto the main audio track. It's mixed in at a relatively low volume. It doesn't need to be loud because there's virtually no other sound competing in that high-frequency range. The commentator's voice, the roar of the crowd, the referee's whistle, all of that exists far below the Siren Protocol's operating frequency. To the broadcast engineers, it's just another audio channel. To your ears, it's complete silence. But to your phone, it's a clear, unambiguous signal. On the receiving end, no special hardware is required. The standard microphone in your smartphone is more than capable of picking up these ultrasonic frequencies. An app on your device, perhaps the official league app, a sports betting app, or even a social media app with a partnership, can have a software development kit or SDK integrated into it. This SDK is programmed to constantly listen for signals in that specific ultrasonic range. It doesn't need to be actively recording you, it's passively monitoring for the telltale signature of a Siren Protocol transmission. When it detects a valid data packet, it decodes the sequence of high and low amplitudes or shifting frequencies back into binary data. It then translates that data into a command or a piece of information that the app can act upon. The entire process, from the broadcast tower to your device, happens in near real time, creating a secret, invisible data bridge between the media you're consuming and the technology in your hands. This sets the stage for a powerful and deeply complex ecosystem. We understand the how, the clever manipulation of sound waves. But that brings us to the far more critical question: is it, and what is it? Impact and implications. Now that we've pulled back the curtain on the technical wizardry of the Siren Protocol, we have to confront its purpose. Why go to all the trouble of encoding data into inaudible sound? The answer, as it so often is with new technology, revolves around data, engagement, and commerce. The implications of this hidden channel are vast, ranging from genuinely innovative fan experiences to deeply unsettling ethical gray areas that challenge our very notions of privacy and autonomy while watching sports. The most immediate and widespread application is in the realm of hyper-targeted advertising. For decades, television advertising has been a broadcast medium. One message sent to millions of people, hoping it resonates with a fraction of them. The Siren Protocol shatters that model. Imagine this scenario. You're watching a basketball game and the star player, who has a major endorsement deal with a specific shoe company, sinks a game-winning shot. Simultaneously, the broadcast sends out a Siren Protocol signal containing a unique product ID for those exact shoes. An e-commerce app on your phone, listening in the background, receives this ID. A second later, you receive a push notification. Witness the magic? Get 20% off the Air Dominator X shoes worn by the MVP. Offer valid for the next 10 minutes. This isn't just a generic ad, it's a direct, emotionally charged call to action delivered at the peak of your excitement and tied directly to the live event you just witnessed. The broadcaster can sell this capability to advertisers for a premium, offering not just eyeballs, but a direct, measurable pathway to a consumer's device at the most opportune moment. Beyond direct sales, the protocol is a powerful tool for real-time audience analytics and engagement. Broadcasters are desperate for the kind of granular data that digital platforms take for granted. They want to know not just how many households are tuned in, but who is watching, how engaged they are, and what moments make them react. The Siren Protocol can trigger instant polls within a team's official app. After a controversial referee call, a signal could be sent and a poll asking, "Was that the right call?" could pop up on thousands of phones simultaneously. The broadcaster gets an instantaneous sentiment graph of their entire viewing audience. This data is invaluable for tailoring content, understanding fan preferences, and proving value to advertisers. It transforms passive viewing into an active, two-way data stream, turning every fan with a smartphone into a live data point. This is where the technology begins to drift into more unsettling territory. The potential for subtle behavioral nudges is significant. Consider the booming sports betting industry. A signal could be timed to coincide with a lull in the action, triggering a notification from a betting app on your phone. Odds just shifted for the second half. Place your bet now. This isn't just advertising. It's a prompt designed to influence behavior at a moment of potential weakness or excitement. It's a frictionless path from a thought to a financial transaction, all initiated by an unaudible command you never knew you received. The ethical lines blur considerably here. Are fans being given a fun, interactive option, or are they being subtly manipulated by a system that understands their emotional state better than they do? This leads to the core issue: privacy and consent. When you install an app, you might agree to let it use your microphone and a lengthy terms of service agreement you never read. But do you truly understand that this means the app will be passively listening for ultrasonic commands from your television? This form of data collection happens without any active explicit consent at the moment of transmission. Your viewing habits, your reactions, your location, and your potential purchasing intent can all be gathered and correlated through this hidden channel. It creates a detailed profile of you as a consumer and a fan without you ever having to tap a single button. Furthermore, what about security? If a broadcaster's audio stream can be hijacked, malicious actors could potentially send their own signals to millions of devices, instructing them to visit phishing websites or download malware. The Siren Protocol represents a paradigm shift in broadcasting. It's a technology that promises a more interactive, personalized, and engaging future for sports media. It could power augmented reality experiences, sync your smart home lighting to your team's colors when they score, and deliver perfectly timed content. But it also represents a step towards a future where the media we consume is actively probing and interacting with our personal devices in ways we can't perceive. It operates on the very edge of our senses, a silent, persistent layer of data that redefines what it means to simply watch a game. The cheers and the commentary are no longer just for you. They're for your machines, too. And understanding that hidden conversation is now part of being a fan in the digital age.